That means it's time for Yourhammer or Lorehammer Speed Edition.
Speed Edition. It's a fast little one that we're doing this week. And yeah, so we tell two stories. One of them true, one of them false. This is the... Are we still on the end of last season? Or this is like a throwaway speed one?
Who knows? You decide.
Wow.
So my one, in memory of Sanguinius and Christmas and Sanguinor, which is 40k Christmas.
40k Christmas.
Mine are both Blood Angel themed.
Wow.
You know this guy?
It's Commander Dante.
Oh, close.
It's Psycho.
It's the Sanguinor.
I don't know who that is.
So he's a guy that when like Blood Angels are in most desperate need, he arrives from nowhere and saves the day.
There's a lot of people that do that in 40k.
Yeah.
They really... that happens a lot.
I know, right? It's like the Legion of the Damned and like the Holy Saints. Saint Celestine, yeah. So he's another one of those.
Okay.
And for a long time, it was a mystery where he came from. But I can tell you that his origins come back from the darkest days of the Horus Heresy, Tom. So what happened was, there was a time when Sanguinius was like a stand-in emperor while the emperor was away, and they thought he might be dead. So like everyone was like, yo, Sanguinius, you're the best guy now. And he was like, he had all these things to do, and he's like, I've got too much to do in a day. I need like a proxy who can just run the busy work for me. He basically wanted a Ben to do the Ben work while he was busy
that makes sense.
doing the Tom work. So he set up this post called the Sanguinor, who would basically be the hand of the king. And he told his right-hand man, he said, go find me a cool guy to be the Sanguinor. So his like head bodyguard went off and was like, okay, I need the bravest, most loyal, bestest boy in town. But inexplicably, no one must know who he is.
Okay.
So he got all of the like sanguinary guard, like Sanguinius' personal bodyguard, most loyal, bestest boys together, and he got them all to like draw straws. And the two of them got like the lucky straw, and everyone else went away. And then he went, right, one of you is going to be the Sanguinor, but we don't want anyone to know who is the Sanguinor, so fight to the death, and the winner will be the guy.
Okay.
And no one will know who won.
But doesn't everyone know it's between one of two people?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so one of them wins, and they like execute the other guy, the loser, and then they like man in the iron mask and melt Sanguinius' pretty face onto his face.
Okay. So
he can like never remove the mask of Sanguinius, and no one knows who he is, and he is Sanguinius.
Right.
For all intents and purposes.
Okay.
And then one day he went into a warp portal to save the day and appeared and now he's like this wandering spirit who turns up and chops everyone up.
Okay, sure. Yeah, right. It sounds like a 40k story. Yeah, I can believe that is a thing. We want to like get rid of
chat.
Astorath the Grim Blood Angel.
This guy. Do you know about this guy?
Oh, all I know is I hate the pose of that model. I really, really don't like it. So head on,
yeah,
it looks bad, but it's slightly from the side. You really realize how just
how oddly posed it is.
Fucking dumb he is. Yeah. Okay. Go.
Okay. So this guy is called Astorath the Grim.
Astorath the Grim.
He's a blood angel, right? And he appears when when things are real bad. This guy turns up to save the day.
But wait. I thought that was Sanguinor's job.
He's like the evil Sanguinor.
Okay, sure.
Right, because Sanguinius was a brave and noble and true protector of the Imperium, but he was also a bloodthirsty vampire man.
Okay, yeah.
So these two reflect the dual natures of the noble and the grim sides of like the Red Angel. So he turns up and he just like he doesn't like save and protect and do all that noble shit the Sanguinor does. He doesn't like hold the desperate last stand. This guy's like a butcher.
Right.
And he turns up and just fucking kills everyone. And the Inquisition think he's like a chaos like demon or champion or something.
Okay.
Because every time he's turned up, like he doesn't fight with the Blood Angels or help them. He's just like this bloodthirsty savage. He's like Vlad the Impaler.
Okay.
So he just turns up and
yeah.
massacres everyone, mutilates their bodies, drinks their blood. And it's said that like one of them can't exist without the other. They're two sides of the same coin.
This is the fake one because you're using a lot of Ben fake terminology. Oh my God, they're dual-fated, interwoven, two sides. Like, this has got to be the Ben one just because you're using so many Benisms.
Am I just laying it on really thick?
I think there's too many classic Ben tropes of how Ben tells a story. Oh my God, they can't exist without one another. They're so intertwined. Maybe I could believe both of these are true. Like, all of this stuff sounds like it's true because it's fucking Blood Angels, and I know nothing about them outside of they're kind of vampires. They drink blood. I know more about the Lamenters than I do than the Blood Angels.
Right.
I just never liked the Blood Angels at all. They've never done anything for me. I guess like the guy with the golden face, he's quite a cool model. But. So I think the one with the woven, they're two sides of the same coin.
So conflicted and noble, but also bloodthirsty.
One cannot exist without another. They're stuck. And the moral of the story is like that. I was just waiting for you to get there, but I had to interject because there was too much Ben storytelling.
Way too much. Oh my God.
So
they make such a rookie error.
That's what I'm saying is that one is wrong. Or that's the made-up one because you went Ben hard. We've been out of practice, and so
okay. Your final answer?
The cooldown on all of the Benisms had gone off. Right. I'm saying that one just because that's how it read to me.
Right. Shit. Well, yeah, you're spot on. I was putting all of that on because I just thought it would make you hate it more.
Oh, I hate it.
I was thinking if I just make him sound like a 90s edgelord, like vampire RPG guy.
But isn't that what just Blood Angels are?
Well, exactly. That was my angle.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that would make it sound more realistic.
No, it was all the Ben sayings that all came out.
They're not Ben sayings. They're awful 90s tropes of edgelords.
It's the way of like you telling the story. Those coincide with other stories that you make up and you put in. Those elements.
Shit. Well, yeah, you got my number. Bam. Saw right through
it. Yeah. But I could believe if both of those were just written as like 2 or 3 paragraphs, I think it'd be impossible to tell because they both sound like they exist. Like, so what is this guy's lore? Is that not literally just it? No,
he's actually like a chaplain.
Oh, sure.
And it's his job that when Blood Angels get like the red thirst, and they go
black rage.
Yeah. Why do they need 2 different things? That's always bothered me about Blood Angels.
Can you get both?
Yeah.
Do you get the Crimson Fury there?
Yeah. What 2 very similar curses. So anyway, when they like join the Death Company and they turn feral and savage and drink blood and all that stuff, it's his job to like put them out of their misery after the carnage is done.
Okay.
He like delivers the Emperor's mercy.
Sure. Why does he have just like a regular, like doesn't? I guess it does have like a little power axe. It just looks a lot like just a regular axe.
An odd design.
I hate that model. If he was in a different pose, like the like flesh armor could be cool, but that sort of like little like hop with the axe.
It's a very odd pose, and also you can't help but compare it to Mephiston, who is just a way cooler model.
Mephisto,
because he's got the same kind of armor as this guy.
Yeah,
and he's got, like,
he's much cooler.
The same kind of lore as him. Well, not the same kind of lore, but he's like Death Company related.
Yeah,
and it's just like this guy's cooler, without a doubt. Like,
sniffing his fingers.
He's wiping blood from his lips.
Okay, right. Are you ready for?
Yeah, hit me with some Yourhammer or Lorehammer. What? Get a picture up.
Okay, this is very easy. Warhammer Giant. Sure, let's go. Perfect. Oh wait, that one. I love this picture. Okay, so the Sons of Behemoth, the giants in Age of Sigmar. So they have their version of lore.
Yeah.
For why things are the way in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so it's history according to giants.
Giant myth.
And so they've got how the races were created. And they are like tales as old as time. And it's basically Behemoth. He goes around and he makes all the races. And so these are quite two little short snippets.
Okay.
So the Ideneth Deepkin, were they created because one day Behemoth, he was going along and he got hungry, and there were elves that lived by the sea, and he went along, and once he was done eating all of their horses, he tried to destroy their castle because he was still hungry, but stupid elf magic wouldn't let him in, and so he flipped it into the ocean, and it lands at the bottom of the seafloor, and the elves then live at the bottom of the sea, and they ride fish because Behemoth ate all the horses.
Okay, so that's why they think there are fish elves.
That's why he thinks there's fish elves.
Okay.
Or the Night Haunt. Behemoth was one day having an eating competition, and with Gorka Morka. And they go around the land, and they both eat every single thing on the land. And it's going to be a tie. And Behemoth doesn't want that. So he goes to the lands of the dead, and he eats all of the undead. So he gets double the amount of food, but it leaves just the ghosts behind. And so he wins the eating competition against Gork and Mork.
Well, because he ate everything twice, basically.
He ate everything twice, but just just the souls were left. And that's where ghosts come from.
Oh my God.
So, what do...
I love the idea that giants have stupid stories about why everything is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Behemoth makes them all
Yeah,
in some stupid way.
Yeah. The ghost thing doesn't make a lot of sense, which I don't know if that makes it more or less true. Like, were they ghosts before? Are they saying like ghosts exist because they were normal people and he ate them and that turned them into ghosts?
I think when you die, you then materialize in the dead world as a zombie, as a body.
It's
and then
weird and confusing, and I'm going to say it's made up.
Ooh.
And the fish elves is true.
Well,
flip the elf city into the water, make a fish elf.
Eat all the horses, so they have to ride fish.
Yeah.
You're wrong!
Oh!
Yeah, the fish elves was made up. There's nothing about the fish elves in the book at all.
Shit.
But the story is really short. It's literally just Behemoth is having an eating competition with Gorka Morka. They eat everything. And so to win the competition, he goes to the land of the dead and eats everything a second time, making him win. And what's left behind is ghosts, and that's where the Night Haunt come from.
So what, before he did that, would the just normal people lived in the land of the dead? Is that what they think? Why didn't...
It's giant lore.
Giant lore. It doesn't need to make sense.
It doesn't need to make sense. Pow, there you go.
Wow, bam, you got me.
That's...
Good work.
That's giant lore. Yeah, that is actual lore. Digby, how you doing? God, there was a couple of others, like how they made them, the dwarves, whatever the dwarf god is. It isn't Grungy anymore. It's some new Age of Sigmar dwarf god.
Yeah.
He got into a fight with Behemoth, and Behemoth headbutted him and made him shrink, and that's why dwarves are all short.
Because they got squashed by Behemoth.
Because they got squashed, and that's that. There's 6 or 7 ways the different races were made, and they're all just, stupid, really...
I guess that's on brand though.
Yeah,
for Giants,
yeah.
right? It kind of fits that their stories are weird and mental, but they make sense to the Giants.
Yeah. It's a logic that they can understand. Yeah, it's because they got headbutted and now they're little small guys.